Great greetings, everyone. NatJamMedia here, and welcome to another SpongeBob review. Today, we're reviewing the Season 9 episode, Mutiny on the Krusty, which I have just seen for the second time, and was the only episode from Season 9 I had not seen before we got the DVD. So that makes it kind of interesting.
And I just saw it for the first time. And something else interesting about this episode, at least as it relates to the DVD. You know, on DVDs there are files, and this episode is file 7 out of 22. And when you divide 22 by 7, what do you get? Pi!
3.14, then a bunch of random numbers after that.
There's a rip current. The Krusty Krab gets swept up in the rip current, and Mr. Krabs vanishes for a while. Squidward takes over, and there's people in the Krusty Krab, and there's monsters and mutinies, and it's a very nautical episode. Basically, the Krusty Krab turns into a boat. I've never seen that happen before.
I guess you can say that this episode is a bunch of nautical nonsense. So this episode had some funny moments, like CNN in the beginning.
That was pretty cool.
And then that was anticlimactic joke.
Yeah, twice.
Squidward hide in a box, in another box, inside a pickle jar.
And this is one of the episodes where the customers of the Krusty Krab were kind of main characters in the episode.
Yep. The only other time I can think of was Plankton's regular, where that was really the case. And maybe Pickles.
So there's a lot of interaction with the customers, who in this case became the crew, because they were all trapped in the Krusty Krab during the rip current.
Krabs returns later on, and then they do this entire plot point where Mr. Krabs doesn't want to fight the monster, and SpongeBob has to try to make him do it. And SpongeBob grabs his first dime and tries to destroy it. Of course, it absolutely fails. But then SpongeBob decides that the way that he's going to get Mr. Krabs to go and destroy the monster is by spending it in a vending machine that's inside the Krusty Krab. So when SpongeBob inserts it into the machine, it's just going to go back into Mr. Krabs' salary.
Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense.
And before you say Mr. Krabs won't be able to identify it, he has special powers that makes him be able to understand each and every single coin. I also have to say, I'm not sure how I feel about the ending of the episode. So, I'm going to give this episode, don't know what I'm going to give it.
I'm giving it a good, because I enjoyed this episode. I've never seen it before, and it's in widescreen because it's season 9. I like the interaction with the customers. I enjoyed watching the Krusty Krab turn into a boat.
I'm gonna give this episode a good.
Hey!
I do think that this episode is entertaining enough to be considered good. Makes up for some shortcomings in the plot with entertaining section. We'll see you guys on the next review. So next time on the SpongeBob Reviews, a Season 4 episode.
Yay.